The only real disappointment for me on this mouse, especially for the price, was the Are you tired of the wires but don't want to pay the price? The SteelSeries Rival 3 wireless gaming mouse promises to provide you freedom from the wires at an affordable price. I picked this up for just under 50 bucks and I'm very excited to review this. Inside the box, you get the mouse, some directions, and even 2 AAA batteries to power your wireless mouse. The preferred grips for this mouse are claw and fingertip style players. They do not recommend this size of mouse for those of you that utilize your palm. The mouse weighs in at 3.74 ounces, but you do have the option to take out one of the AAA batteries and bring it down to 3.14 ounces. What benefit do you get with that little bit of extra weight? Well, you get a full wireless experience. The sensor in the bottom is the True Move Air sensor, which allows you to adjust all the way up to 18,000 DPI. 18,000, yes. I don't know who of you play on 18,000 DPI. I play on like 3,000, but to connect it up to your computer, there are 2 different ways that this connects. 2.4 gigahertz via a dongle, which is stored under the belly hatch, which you can plug in. And once you plug that in, put the battery hatch back on, you flip it to 2.4 gigahertz mode. You will notice that there is a Bluetooth mode, which allows you to easily switch this mouse in between different computers, having the dongle in one, Bluetooth for the other. But I will say that when you're connected up via Bluetooth, it does not allow you to control the mouse with the driver software as much as you can with the dongle. If you're gaming, you'll want the dongle plugged in. After you've flipped it on, you'll notice that after flashing for a bit to connect, it will turn a solid color and you are ready to go. It will prompt you to install the SteelSeries GG software, which is where you'll control the custom functions of this mouse. There are 6 mappable buttons, 2 on the side, left, right click, which are quite satisfying. The forward and back, which are better than most, and then the DPI button on top to cycle up to 5 different DPI modes. And last but not least, the scroll wheel, which is rubbery and doesn't flick a lot, but you'll be satisfied, trust me. Inside the software, you can not only map the buttons, but you can also adjust things like acceleration and deceleration, polling rate, DPI, macros, and you can even change the color of your LED that is only on the scroll wheel. That is one thing that kind of stinks about this mouse compared to other ones that we've reviewed in the past. The RGB lighting is not much, which pretty much serves as an indicator light for connecting via the dongle, Bluetooth, or in-game notifications. That is something cool that you can do with that LED. If I want to switch this to Bluetooth mode, I can do so. It will flash and show that it's pairing. I can connect it up, it'll work. But again, you don't have the option to remap your buttons, to adjust your polling rate, to adjust acceleration and deceleration. The only adjustments that can be made while in Bluetooth mode are the onboard ones. Some settings within the software that are unique to a wireless mouse are the sleep timer, which stock is set at 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes, you'll have to give the mouse at least 1 click for it to fire back on and you be able to use. I will say that I found this a bit annoying, especially when watching YouTube videos that were over 5 minutes long and trying to click afterwards and not having the immediate gratification of a click. Within games though, I did not notice this to be an issue. You can extend it for up to 20 minutes versus 5 minutes, or if you're a super battery saver, you can go all the way down to 1 minute. If you're scared that you're going to run out of battery, you can put it in high efficiency mode, which will lower the polling rate, as well as turn off the LEDs for ultimate power savings. In my opinion, battery life is the last thing that you'll have to worry about with this mouse, especially when you have both AAAs installed. It promises over 400 plus hours of battery life. Basically, you can go a year without changing the batteries on this thing, which is absolutely awesome. My testing of this mouse was comprised of playing League of Legends, navigating in spreadsheets, doing the normal deal. What I found was, from a connectivity standpoint, it was solid once I figured out where to place the dongle. When I had the dongle on the back of my computer, which is pretty far away from where my mouse is, I did run into some minor connectivity issues where I noticed it cutting out. Once I moved the dongle to the side of my computer and where it was more line of sight with the mouse, I did not have any connectivity issues, didn't notice any lag in game, it was fine. I'm still on the fence of whether I like heavy or light mice. The last one that we reviewed was the Logitech G203, while my former daily driver was a pretty heavy Corsair mouse. I will say that I found the Rival 3 to slide quite nicely despite it being heavier, so I didn't really mind the extra weight, and I still found it to be very agile, especially since I'm not dragging along a wire, and they were very conscious of the large slide pads. Like, these things are massive compared to some of the other mice that I've reviewed. So it just, you'll be fine. It slides like a hockey puck. While I've only used this mouse for a week, I do think that these switches are durable. They definitely have that mechanical feel. The actuation length seems a bit longer than the Logitech mouse that we just reviewed, the G203. If you're caring this much about a mouse, you're probably spending $200 and not $50 on your first wireless gaming mouse. So the only things that you could classify as semi-negative on this mouse are the lack of RGB lighting, minus the scroll wheel, the fact that it is a bit heavier, but there's no wires, so it can slide easily. And lastly, depending on how you grip the mouse, if you're a palm gripper, it's not gonna work out, but for 99% of you, including myself, you'll be okay. What you do get for an amazing price of less than $50 are an awesome sensor that's adjustable to 18,000 DPI and highly configurable in the SteelSeries software. Additionally, you get a wireless mouse for less than $50, which is pretty dang crazy. If you have a wireless mouse that's better bang for your buck than the SteelSeries Rival 3, definitely let us know in the comment section below. Could you go click that subscribe button? It's free, and less than 1% of you are subscribed, so it would mean a lot if you could. If you want to buy this, we'll have it linked in the description below. That's all I have for today, folks. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bird out.